Well, this book is a book that tells you the story of what I believe were one of the most historic elections this country has seen, the 2014 elections. But it's not just about who won and who lost. It's a book that tries to trace the characters and the politics of this country over the last couple of decades. Yes, it has a central figure in Narendra Modi, who obviously was, some would say, the man of the series of the 2014 World Cup or the 2014 Election Cup. And it looks at, through Modi's eyes in a way, or through Modi's career graph, as to how Indian politics has changed. It looks at the other central figures, the Sonia Gandhis, the Manmohan Singhs, the Rahul Gandhis, the Amit Shahs, and tries to build a narrative. It's a reporter's story of an Indian election. In a sense, mirroring, as I said, the change that is taking place in India around us. And I've tried to be a reporter more than a soothsayer or an academic. This book is written with the heart and mind of a reporter who's simply had a wonderful, privileged, ringside view to politics in the last 20 years. And that's really been the effort, to, through those stories, decipher these characters, unravel how Indian politics has changed, and indeed how India has changed. So it's a journey into Indian politics. So if you have any interest in politics, not just if you're a junkie, I'd like to believe that even if you're not a junkie, you might just find the book the kind that you want to read about, yes, why Modi won, why Rahul lost, but also who are these people and really what are their politics. I spent the first 6 years of my life in print, first 6.5 years in print before I moved to television, and I contributed to a book then on the Mumbai riots of 92-93. But obviously then television overtook my life from 94, and I think deep down inside there was always this desire to write something more substantial, to write longer format. I was writing columns even now, but to write something more substantial was always, I think, a lurking dream. And a television program at the end of the day is here today, gone tomorrow. The durability of a television program is questionable. A book lasts. And I think it's important to document a historic election like 2014 by writing something more substantial than just 1,000 words or just a 1-hour television program. So I think television had reached the stage in my life where I was dying to get a break free of the newsroom, and writing a book was my idea of breaking free. No, I actually believe that one of the surprising feedbacks I've got from the book is that people have said that, oh, you're not as anti-Modi as we thought you were. And I said, look, I've written a book there which I've tried to be as, I wouldn't use the word neutral, but I would say dispassionate. I've tried to sort of keep myself and my own beliefs a little bit away from the narrative. Every now and then I do express myself, and express myself strongly at times, but I think the narrative is more important for me than my judgment. I'm not trying to force my views down a reader. So there may be people who perhaps think I'm biased, will anti-Modi, pro-Modi, but as I said, most of the feedback that I've got is that people are just surprised, perhaps based on my television persona, that how come, you've written a book which is so objective in a way. I think a younger, aspirational, more impatient society, hankering for change, looking for a strong leader, found in a way their I won't use the word messiah, but found their mascot in Narendra Damodar Das Modi. And this book traces how that entire strategy was planned and how Narendra Modi conquered Delhi. I have written an epilogue to the book, but the epilogue leaves you tantalizingly, raises the tantalizing question, will India really change? Or will Narendra Modi actually take India forward or 2 steps back? What kind of a government will a Modi-led government be? I don't think you can judge anyone in 6 months, and this book has come out 6 months after he won the election. So maybe there's another book to be written called 2019, since this is called 2014, in 5 years from now, which would be perhaps a more accurate judgment on Modi in government. So my epilogue, I think, has to really wait for the next book. For now, I just leave the question as an open-ended question, whether India has really changed. I think it matters. I think it would be, I don't think we can disregard the role of governance as defined by better delivery systems. I think there is a premium attached to a government that delivers or a politician who delivers. People do tend to reach out to that individual. But in a country as diverse and complex as India, there will never be one single factor which determines an election. So it's a mix. There's public anger against someone. There's the lure of someone who promises a new world, raises expectations, and there will be local factors which also operate. So India, in a sense, is there are a complex range of factors that eventually determine voter preferences in a democracy like ours.